So Kristen and I went up to the Adirondacks this weekend to see Dave Matthews and hike Good Luck Lake and cliffs. You can see in the map here, we went from Route 10 to 55, then all the way back up to 57, which is the peak of the cliffs, about 8 miles. It was a little bit wet in upstate New York this weekend from the rain the last few days, and the trails were a little bit muddy at first. Got a little dirty. It took a while to scrub off. But as we got going, things dried up as we get to a higher elevation. And we get a little bit of sun later in the day. The way that the trails are in this area, it's basically like a big snowmobile park. And so there's a lot of like what you would think of as like street signs and fairly well-built bridges for the snowmobilers covering up the creeks and whatnot. There's quite a bit of wildlife out there, little froggies and things like that. But in general, it was a fairly flat, easy hike for the most part until we actually got to the side path for Good Luck Lake. In fact, we missed it and hiked several miles back and had to backtrack before we could actually find the markers, one like this. And then we finally did find the trail to Good Luck Lake, which was not a snowmobile trail and significantly steeper and less developed. There were a couple of creeks over the path, and they were not bridged. We had to cross them by hand over rocks, and some pretty colorful wildlife and trees, and it was just really nice hike, although somewhat difficult and tiring. I'm pretty sore as I record this. A lot of the segments required that you kind of climb up the roots, almost like a ladder. And there were some kind of cool rock formations, almost looking like caves, and you could see some of the rocks being broken down by moss and other wildlife. So the cliffs were actually fairly steep and large, and I don't know if you could actually climb them without pretty serious equipment. The trail actually goes around, as you probably saw on the map, and here it is. It's a nice view of the surrounding area, and I think a hike that I would do again. Pretty rewarding and not too terribly difficult. So I would give it a try. And in fact, there's actually some camping around Good Luck Lake. Maybe we could give that a try as an alternative to Nine Corner Lake, especially because of this extra hike that you can do to the cliffs. Great views and a little bit more difficult than some of the other things in the Southern Adirondack region. Anyway, thanks for listening.
We did it!